Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I just want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking these videos out from us. Also, you can follow me on social media if you like the content on Facebook and on Instagram. Also, giving me a quick like and subscribe. It helps these videos reach a broader audience and it can help a lot more people. It's free, it's easy to do, but it really helps me out and I really appreciate that. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the video and we'll see you on the next one. Send it. Nice. Oh, wow. Nice. I can get some good footage. Yeah. Woo. Oh. Nice.
just treat your body and mind. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. You're chilling in the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. My appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. So I wanted to kind of do my final thoughts and impressions from the kayaks. First and foremost, the Coosa X, Jackson really hit it out of the park with that kayak. So that is what I would consider to be a really good kind of multi-water kayak. It's going to be great on the lakes, calm, flat water. It's good on moving water as well. I was really surprised at how highly I set up on it. I'm 6'5". I'm about 265 at the time of this video. So, you know, I was surprised at how shallow a water I was sitting in, and I never really drug the bottom of that kayak. And you'll see on some of that video, hopefully, the bottom of the creek. Again, we're moving in some shallow water there. Paddling up current, maintaining position within current, and in some cases, some decent rapids. Again, I really enjoyed the handling. It is a heavy kayak at 98 pounds, but when you get it in the water, it really feels like it has the characteristics of a lighter kayak. The things that I didn't really care for with the Coosa X, first and foremost, is the foot pegs. I've heard a lot about that. I kind of figured that might be an issue. So the foot pegs are removable to it kind of caters a little bit to the fly fishermen, and also the use of the horizontal rod storage. But the foot pedals are kind of really close together, and a bigger guy like me, or even a taller person, your feet being that close together, you don't have that brace, that, you know, that way to kind of give yourself leverage on the kayak. And I found myself when I was going over some of them shoals where I didn't really have anything kind of keeping me on the boat or maintaining that control of the boat. So I found myself kind of grabbing onto the side just to kind of get leverage to, you know, to lean. So that was one issue. And then another was the, you know, again, the stability does kind of work against itself in really choppy water. So again, you know, I know none of them are whitewater kayaks by any means, but when you're talking about rivers and creeks, you're always going to get into some parts where you got that really choppy shoal. But it was extremely comfortable. I did the entire float in the Coosa X. My guy David, he owns an RVR, which is the one you see in the video. So he floated the entire way with that. I floated the entire way with the Coosa X. We all kind of tested out those kayaks on the shoal there, where you see that little low water bridge. It's been washed out, and that's kind of always been a really good area for rapid there. But loved the Coosa X. Again, it's what I expect from Jackson and a little bit more. It doesn't handle like a typical Jackson. So that's the thing that surprised me the most about it. I never felt like the boat was taking control of the float. I felt in complete control the entire time, with the exception of maybe some better foot bracing, which those foot pegs look like they can go on the side of the tri-track. So you may want to try that out, but you do kind of lose the ability to store your rods on that vertical. So keep that in mind. Second, the RVR. The RVR, in my opinion, was the star of the show with what we were doing with it. It's a little bit more adventurous. I enjoyed it. The one time I dumped it there over the shoal, that was my fault. I kind of took a bad line, and then I hit a rock with the back end of it. But moving it up the current, it felt lighter. It felt more nimble. Again, I would say the downside to it is, if you're used to having a big, large, really stable kayak, it'll feel a little tippy to you if you're not used to that loose initial stability. But once you get used to it, you're going to feel like you can turn that in any kind of water. Also, with the drop-down skeg, that fin in the back, dropping that down, going up current, even in those rapids where you saw us kind of playing around with it in. Again, I felt like I could go up into that. I wasn't losing control of the boat. The rear end wasn't wanting to swing out and wash me down sideways. So I was really, really impressed with that. As far as the other two, the Kiawah, I was probably the most surprised of the Kiawah of any of them. Nobody in our company, I don't think, has been able to take one of those out yet. So having water experience with that Liquidlogic Kiawah was phenomenal. My wife was in that. That was the blue kayak. The Kiawah, I felt it's not for a fisherman necessarily. It's more just for someone that wants to recreationally float. But the Kiawah was just amazing. I'd be really interested to see how the 12-foot paddles, because you're going to get a little bit more of a paddle performance out of a 12-foot. But the 10.5, turns really quickly. We had complete control of that kayak in any kind of water, and I was really, really happy with it. And last but not least, the sit-in side, the Aspire 105, also has that drop-down skeg. Again, you're going to feel a little bit less initial stability because it is a sit-in side with that rounded hull, but that gives you a lot better performance as far as in that moving water. So if you're looking at just a good recreational paddler and you want that sit-in side platform, definitely check out the Aspire 105 by Wilderness Systems. That was probably one of my favorites as far as going over that rapid, because I felt like my body was in complete control of that kayak and not the other way around. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit long there, or longer than what I typically have, but the on the water stuff was really fun, and we're going to be bringing you more of that. This is kind of, just basic stuff, us trying out some new kayaks, and I hope you got some value out of it in the meantime. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.